You know what? Knocking off some rust. But aside of that, just getting a feel for what it's like being an NFL player. The work doesn't just start here this morning at practice, but how we treat ourselves and, how we take on this weekend going into Monday. Whether that's getting on top of the playbook, doing some recovery for our bodies, we have the time for it, but, also getting to know the city a little bit, maybe check out some apartments, try some good food spots, and, take it from there. Any recommendations?
We got a laundry list though, and we can give you a few.
Nice.
Is it exciting to have a locker, to have a Bengals jersey, just little things like that?
It is exciting. It's the little things. The first thing I did when I came in here was take a picture of it, and I sent it to my mom. I put it on my social page, and it's surreal, right? Not only am I in the locker room, but my name is on a locker, and I have a jersey number, and it's just me getting my foot in the door.
Have you done any Zoom stuff with coaches or teammates since you were drafted?
Yeah, so I met with Coach a couple of times before coming out here. I was just briefly going over the run game, the protections, pass game, and just building on that, right? Him kind of leading us to water, but us trying to drink as much as possible in our off time. So memorizing that, building on that, and going forward.
What do you think the biggest challenge will be adjusting to life in the NFL? I'm sure you don't know exactly what it is, but what do you anticipate it being?
The speed, most likely. I mean, we're playing with high caliber players every single week, and we gotta act accordingly in preparation, and the way we treat our bodies and the way that we practice, just attacking every single day and stacking days. Hopefully going to the Super Bowl this year too. So just keeping those high expectations, living up to those expectations, and being consistent and acting accordingly on a daily basis.
So they've started talking to you about protections already. That's
Yes, sir.
such a big thing for an NFL rookie running back.
No doubt. I mean, it's a complex system, and when these guys are coming, they're coming with a head full of steam. They're athletic. They got moves. So being technically sound and in all areas will be important going forward.
Is it a mental thing as much as anything? That the pass blocking aspect?
Understanding it mentally is definitely a part of it. I mean, you got to know the IDs. You got to know who the O-line's working to. You got to know what side of the protection you're on. And you got to keep your eyes on your guy and make cancellation based on who comes, because that's a part of being a pro, right? Doing your job every single play when you have the opportunity.
Will you and your brother be exchanging comparisons?
No, we can't do that. We can't. I can't show him the playbook. I might play him. So, no, we compare our experiences, what practices were like, what our meetings were like, what the people in the building are like, and that's kind of where it starts. But aside of that, we're just excited for each other. We both just got our foot in the door with our new teams, and it's just putting in work on top of that.
Once the all wears off, like you said, you took a picture of your locker and sent it to family. Once all of that wears off, where do you think you want to start in terms of learning the Bengal way?
Yeah, I mean, I already started. I mean, I'm in my playbook all the time. I'm trying to meet with coach as much as possible. Just making sure I'm mentally prepared for practices. So then when I go out there, I'm not thinking, just playing, right? And I think that's the biggest thing is some guys don't put enough time in off the field mentally, because they think that they can just go out there and play the role, but a lot of it is mental. So when you're out there, you're not thinking, just playing.
I'm sure you haven't met many of the veterans yet, but have you heard from any of them?
Yeah, I heard from Joe Mixon and a couple other guys in the running back room, and they just welcome me. Kind of gave me their 2 cents about Cincinnati, and going forward, I'm just looking forward to this opportunity, guys. I'm excited about it, and looking forward to adding to the culture that's going on here.
What has your center and fellow Illini alumnus told you about Cincinnati and told you about the offense and just playing here?
Karas, yeah. I actually met him this morning. We exchanged numbers. I actually haven't connected with him much, but he's somebody that I'll reach out to just to kind of get a head start on what the way is around here, and how to attack this opportunity.
Running backs love to study other running backs.
Yeah.
Joe Mixon, Pro Bowler,
I watched-
multi-time, 1,000-time rusher. What stands out about Joe?
I mean, you just said it right there. There's a few guys that have rushed for 1,000 yards in this league, and somebody learning from somebody that's been successful in the NFL for many years. I'm just trying to learn as much as I can from him. How he approaches game day, practices, indie drills. Just trying to learn from him as much as possible.
And have you watched him for years?
I have. I've even watched him in college. There's one of our drills in college. We're actually called the Mixon drill, where you're jump cutting. It's kind of cool.
We've heard that before. It's interesting that various colleges around